Welcome to Leader Lifestyle Hub. As we have set the target of completing 200 book summaries in the entire year, here comes the book number 179. The name of the book that we have today is Life Worth Living, a guide to what matters most, written by Miroslav Volf. Let us see the target audience and the top 3 lessons of this book. Target audience, the 17-year-old who is having his first existential crisis on a random Tuesday over his homework. The 55-year-old doctor who wonders whether she has lost her way in life. And anyone who is interested in philosophy, religion, and psychology. Let us see the small synopsis. Life Worth Living is a guide to find your own answers to life's biggest questions based on a popular Yale class, drawing on a wide variety of the examples, religions, philosophies, and historical individuals, so you can discover how you should live for maximum meaning and significance. Let us see the small quotation from the Miroslav Volf. Keep pursuing the question. Live for what matters most. Your life is worth it. As we have seen in the previous summary, you have been given a gift, your life. This book summary is also similar to the same. Your life is worth living for the what matters most. At $87,000 per year, when factoring in housing, food, and learning materials, a 4-year degree from Yale University will now set you back almost $350,000. Or you could skip the 4% acceptance rate and insane cost and take some of their best classes for free. The Science of Well-Being is an example, a course about happiness, and with over 4.5 million enrolled students. Yale's most popular one in their 300-year history, whereas the second course, Life Worth Living, is a close second and with an equally important topic, which is nothing but what does it mean to live a good life? Drawing from many different traditions, religions, and philosophies, Professors Miroslav Volf, Matthew Crossmoon, and Ryan McNally Linz equip students with the intellectual tools they need to reflect on and answer the life's biggest questions for themselves. Now, a New York Times best-selling book, Life Worth Living, a guide to what matters most, bring these tools right to you and me. If you enjoy books that draw from a great variety of examples, stories, and disciplines to inspire you and make their point, you will love this book. It is a special open-ended work and you will likely return to again and again for this book. Let us see the top 3 lessons. Here are the 3 lessons that will help you define and live a good life. If you want to find true meaning, you must venture to the deepest of 4 levels of life. And the second important lesson is the big question about life's meaning breaks down into 6 smaller but still significant questions. And there are 3 exercises we can use to keep asking the question on a regular basis. So in this summary, we are going to see what are the 4 levels of life, 6 smaller questions, and 3 exercises. Let's discover what makes our life worth living. Let's get started and dig deep. Let us see lesson number 1. We interact with life in 4 different layers. And finding true meaning requires us to go to the deepest one. At your friend's birthday party when I was 10, I was too scared to jump off the 10-meter tower in the public pool. I did, however, graduate from the 1 meter to 3-meter diving board. Engaging with life's big questions works in a similar way, the authors suggest. You cannot jump right from the 10-meter tower directly in the initial stage. What matters most? What is a good life? Which kind of life is worthy of our humanity? What even is a true life? These questions can make your head spin. What matters most? What is a good life? Which kind of life is worthy of our humanity? What even is a true life? Equating the journey of discovering meaning into a deep sea dive, the author suggests a 4-layer model of life. Let us see what are the 4 layers. First layer is autopilot level. Second layer is effectiveness layer. And the third one is self-awareness. And the fourth one is self-transcendence. Let us see each and every level in detail. First level, autopilot level, is where we take action according to our habits. We do what we do because that's what we do. Let me repeat the quotation. We do what we do because that is what we do. We might say this is called autopilot level. Second level is effectiveness level. We reflect on our strategies when our habits are not helping us reach out our goals. Is what we do getting us what we want? Are you getting what you want of your goals by doing what you are doing every day? This is called effectiveness level. Let us move on to the third level, self-awareness level, which is where we contrast the outside world with what we truly want from the inside and form a vision of how to unite the two, outside world with the inside world. What do we really want is the question. And at the final level, self-transcendence level, we assess the validity of our vision in hopes of finding truth. We muse about the question, what is worth wanting? So let me repeat the 4 questions again. First, autopilot mode, where you think like we do what we do because that is what we do. In the second level, effectiveness level is all about, is what we do getting us what we want? Means whatever our daily actions giving us our goal fulfillment, that is called effectiveness. After the effectiveness, third level is self-awareness level. What do you really want? That is self-awareness level. Fourth level is self-transcendence level, which is nothing but what is worth wanting. The first level happens on the plane of taking action. The other 3 are forms of reflection. To not lose our wits, we must slowly descend through the stages, then come back up with our findings. The author suggests. So stay aware of which of the 4 stages you are in at any given point of time and gather your findings as you go along. Let us move on to the lesson number 2. The 6 sub-questions, each of us offers plenty of food for our thoughts. Having arrived at the bottom of the meaning ocean of life, we encounter what the author calls the question. It's an umbrella term for all inquiries related to the purpose. In the book, however, they offer 6 main components, each a big question in its own right. Let us see the 6 questions. What is worth wanting? Where are we starting from? Who do we answer to? How does a good life feel? What should we hope for? How should we live? Let us see each and every question in detail. What is worth wanting? This is about not just satisfying your own desires, but making sure your vision aligns with your values, your truth, and what is right to the world. What is the worth wanting is the small sub question you need to think on more and more. And second important question is, where are we starting from? Is what the author calls that the Walgreens vision of happiness. Living a long, healthy, happy life, really the end all be all? Or might other things be more important? The third sub question we need to take care of is, who do we answer to? What are our responsibilities? Who else are we responsible for? And how big is that circle? Is there a higher power we'll have to answer to? Either it may be loved one, either it may be parent, either it may be colleague, either it may be friend, whoever it may be. Is there anyone who you are responsible for? And let us move on to the fourth question. How does a good life feel like? While in the prison, Oscar Wilde discovered that some pleasures like freedom and simplicity are worth more sacrifice than others, like sex and drinking. Let me repeat that. Oscar Wilde discovered in the prison that some pleasures like freedom and simplicity are worth more sacrifice than the others like sex and drinking. The Buddha teaches us to become indifferent to suffering rather than try to eliminate it. A good life does not mean an easy life. A good life does not mean an easy life. So what the Buddha teaches us is to become indifferent to suffering rather than try to eliminate. When we face the suffering, when we occur the challenges, when any challenges occur to our life, we try to eliminate it or we try to avoid it. But the Buddha teaches that become indifferent to suffering. Let us move on to the fifth question. What should we hope for? How much attachment is okay? For whom? Should our vision of the good life applies to everyone? Ask by yourself. And the sixth important question is, how should we live? This one question sums up all other questions. How should you live? We will never have perfect certainty, but if we begin with the end in the mind, as Stephen Covey suggested, we can answer them well and continue to evolve. Focus on single question, how should you live? So if you answer this question, answer it as a destination in the mind. Begin with the destination in the mind. How should you live? Answering the question is like crafting a recipe. You will have to pick whatever ingredients you need from various philosophies, ingredients from various people, ingredients from your own reflections, then cook it all on your own. Even though there are lakhs of recipes on the YouTube and other social media, every day we are able to see new combinations of recipes, right? So we have seen the different ingredients with the different philosophies, different people and their own reflections. So cook it all into your own delicious meaning of your life. So always remember that there are 6 sub questions, and out of them, focus on how you should live. How should we live is the important question you need to answer by yourself. Let us move on to the lesson number 3. 3 exercises that we have to implement in a daily basis. Besides learning about various philosophies, you can use 3 different exercises to keep asking the question. While there is no shortage of stock life philosophies to choose from, there are a lot of philosophies in the world which says from Taoism to Stoicism to existentialism. At the end of the day, you'll have to come up with your own answers to life's big questions. That, of course, requires coming back up to the surface after your deep sea explorations. To help you do the real work of engaging with the question, on a regular basis, the author offers 3 exercises. First exercise is taking action. The only way to get real world feedback is to do the things in the real world. Get out there and test your hypothesis of what makes a good life. So the best exercises of any idea is taking action. Do the things in the real world. And the second exercise is meditation. The heart of meditation is disciplined attentiveness to the world around us and to our own perception of it. Therefore, it breeds compassion, patience, and non-attachment, and helping us stay steady in a chaotic world. And the third powerful exercise is the examine. This is a 5-step daily ritual created by Saint Ignatius of Loyola, incorporating gratitude, review, forgiveness, and grace into a 15-minute routine. So 5-step daily ritual, you can simply research on this. Examine. What is the examine? What are the 5 steps? Give thanks, ask for the light, examine the day, seek forgiveness, and resolve to change. These are the 5 steps of examine, which is very worthy of doing it for everyday basis, which is also a 15 minutes daily routine. Let me repeat it. Gratitude, ask for life, review, regret, and forgiveness and grace. Gratitude, review, regret, forgiveness, grace. These are the 5 steps you need to do. In your search, you will likely find many other tools to create meaning in your life. That's as it should be. Use whatever works for you. Don't give up. And as the authors close, remember, your life is worth living. It is valuable. In fact, it is beyond valuable. It is invaluable. And precisely because it is so truly worth living, your life is worth living as well. Let me repeat the quotation again. Keep pursuing the question. Live for what matters most, and your life is worth it. Thank you so much. See you in another book summary tomorrow. Until then, stay connected, keep progressing, share your lessons that you have learned and what you find the answer of your question. How should you live?